Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this is Garbage Horror Haunt Review number one for the 2014 season. I held up 2. I'm not, I forgot.
You were doing 3D ones to the camera.
Yeah, but it's the first haunt review of the season. We're doing the Mortuary Haunted House. Get this right. The Haunted Mortuary is the attraction. The other 11 months, the Mortuary Haunted House is the one you pay money and see props and actors and stuff.
Right.
The rest of the time it's a spooky, haunted mortuary.
Where you look for actual
ghosts. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that personally. Yeah. But the point is, it is a haunted attraction right now. And we went.
We did.
And, you know, real fast, we went on a Friday in September, not the first. Now, we did not go opening night. We're not too big of jerks, but we did go on Friday in September. And the result of that was we got to take advantage of an excellent deal.
Yes.
And
that is the Cyborg, $15 in September.
Yes. Normally tickets are $25.
Right.
But if you say the word Cyborg on a Friday in September, it's $15. And if we get this review up late, very possible. Or if you miss it, also very possible. Don't worry, they're open Thursdays in October where it's $20, so it's $5 more, but still savings of $5.
And correct, and also, you know, keep that in mind for next year, because that's how we knew about it.
Yeah,
they usually open earlier than most of the haunts in the area, and they usually have a deal in September.
Yeah, they opened in the beginning of September this year. So
right.
They've been actually, by the time we're recording this, they've been open 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're a little crazy like that. But anyways, what'd you think of it this year? What were your thoughts on it?
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
for the most part.
Yeah.
They continued the story from last year. Last year was a zombie apocalypse,
which was interesting because a lot of haunts have backstories. Most haunts have some level of backstory.
They usually have a static one.
But yeah, exactly. It's the same backstory. They change the haunt, but not the story.
Right.
Here, it's like a TV show. The plot is moving forward every episode.
Yes, and I hope that they keep that going. This is the first year that they've done that, where they've continued the plot. And that's a really cool idea. I like that idea a lot.
We may have to steal that at some point. Plagiarist.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, maybe not. But the point of the matter is, it's a pretty cool idea. But that does mean you also get to see some of the recurring characters, like Ravencroft being the most obvious one, Ravencroft and his wife. And, you know, that's the first thing you see after you enter the mortuary is the Ravencroft room. And that, I've got to be honest, is a kick-ass room.
Yes. I want it in my house. I could spend hours there.
And that's just it. I mean, of all the rooms, it's probably my favorite room in a haunted attraction I've ever seen. And it's really cool because you're listening to them talk, you get to hang out, and it's filled with all of these props. It's basically like a display room.
Right.
It's a display room filled with very weird odds and ends, bones.
A menagerie of creatures.
And spells and creepy stuff and hexy thingies and apparently there was also 2 raccoons in a canoe. I'm not sure what that one was about, but I wanted it. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a really interesting, really eclectic, well put together room. And the guy who plays Ravencroft does a very good job. I do feel he's kind of forced onto the script a little harsh.
Right.
He didn't really play around with the crowd all that much. But still very good, very talented, and considering he's got to be given this show dozens and dozens of times a day, I'm impressed.
Right.
But as for the rest of the haunt, it's very similar to the Mortuary from 2013. Some new elements definitely were recognizable there. I think my biggest complaint this year was that it seemed like the build quality was a bit all over the map, a bit erratic.
Well, that's kind of the problem they have every year.
Yeah, because there are a lot of props in a lot of rooms, like the Ravencroft room, that I would stack against any haunt I have been to in the history of my going to haunts.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful room.
Just a beautiful, well-done room. There are other rooms in the haunt, too, that are very, very well-articulated, very detailed.
And it could look like it come out of
a movie set or anything. It's definitely awesome. Then there are some setups and some props and some things which wouldn't be compared unfavorably to a spirit store.
Yeah.
I hate to go for that dig, but there was one prop I thought actually did come from one.
Right.
It was a doll with its mouth being held open, Clockwork Orange style type thing, with the braces holding the mouth open. It really seemed out of place in the environment it was in. So that it's not so much that it's cheesy, because we go to the Lafitte Fire Department and share shit.
Yeah.
That's consistently cheesy. There is nothing, high class about it. It's the fact that it's scattershot that bothers me.
Yeah.
But where I think they had the biggest improvement, acting.
Acting was a big improvement. They also did take some of their props that they had and use them in creative and unique ways that I have not seen before.
Indeed.
Bravo. Like that.
There are a few places in there where I feel like the path to go was a little confusing. Could be better explained so I don't nearly accidentally walk into a bathroom stall.
Yeah, there were 2 places that I got confused and one for you, right?
Yeah, basically. And it was bad because the place I got confused, I was technically following her and still found a way to nearly go the wrong direction.
Yeah.
The point of the matter is, though, there's some need to articulate some of the directions better, to explain them. But, it's a haunt that has expressed and shown consistent growth, I think. Other than the clown year, which was a disappointment.
Yes.
Other than that, they have shown consistent and steady growth.
Keeps getting better.
Keeps getting better every year. And with House of Shock closing this year, they're going to be, at least for a period of time, the premier haunt in the New Orleans area.
Right. And that's a little bit worrisome. Because I don't see where they have the room to grow and handle the crowd that House of Shock is going to be putting out there.
Yeah,
they're going to be looking for some place to go.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of room to expand because they are literally surrounded by Canal Street on one side and cemeteries on all the others, pretty much.
Yes.
So there's not much room to expand. And the proof of this is in their front of house already.
Right.
I mean, their front of house last year, by the way, was really, really cool. I really loved what they did last year. They had a zombie on this big metal scaffolding thing, and he was getting shocked, and it was freaking out. I actually felt bad for people who bought VIP tickets to skip the line.
Right. Because the VIP doesn't get you in significantly earlier, usually, and you don't get to see this cool display that they spent all that time doing.
Yeah. This year, that wasn't there, though.
Right. This year, the out front display is non-existent almost?
It was almost non-existent. Last year, they also had Ravencroft out there for part of it to help explain, and that was when he was doing more of the crowd interaction. He was very good at that. But he wasn't out there this year. In fact, there was no actor out there full-time this year.
Right.
But the actors inside the haunt were very strong. There were a lot of very talented people. Previously in the mortuary, I always thought the acting was kind of adequate. It was effective, it got the job done, but no one really stood out. I didn't go home and go, damn, I remember that person.
Right.
Now there are a couple people that stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, that freaky gymnastic zombie chick that was doing all the blah, blah, blah. That was kind of creepy, actually.
That was probably the most articulate thing I've heard you say.
Point taken. But no, she was genuinely creepy. And they had several people in the haunt that had really, really good timing and really doing some amazing things, including one guy that I remember we were coming to a T, we were hanging left. This guy comes around the other side of it, swinging really wide, and came fairly close to me. And I'm thinking, wow, if I had been, shorter, that could have been my face, because he was swinging like right in this area for me. But, but I remember thinking that that's talent, to be able to come that quick, get that close, and not actually make contact. As long as he's able to do it consistently, and he just didn't miss. As long as he does it consistently, I'm impressed.
Right.
So, I mean, the acting definitely improved. You can see that they've made some great strides there. They have some cool new animatronics out front. They have the gargoyles holding up the archway thing. And they have some other cool stuff too. But, the front of house, disappointing. But what's going on inside, I think, is the strongest the mortuary's been. But we say this every year. We're worried about how far they can grow and continue on past us. But every year they shut us up. So maybe one year we'll learn to not actually mention it.
I don't know. If we get to where we have to wait hours and hours in line, then maybe we'll mention it.
Maybe we'll continue mentioning it. Then that is the fear. Because even though we went on a relatively dead night, the line, the wait was still fairly high. It was still about 30 to 45 minutes for us to get in. Like I said, we went on an early season dead night.
Yeah.
So it could easily be twice that or more to get in. depending upon the night you go. So just bear that in mind. Well, that's about all I got on the mortuary. You got anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Well, check out their site. It is themortuary.net. They have all of their deals and specials, hours, times, and locations, and maps, and other useful things there.
What is their site?
Themortuary.net.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's themortuary.net. Just so you know.
They should have that stuff.
Yeah, they should. It is their stuff. I'd be very disappointed if I went there and they had, like, another haunt's information.
Or fluffy bunnies. You know?
They're going to put fluffy bunnies on the site just to mess with you. You know this,
right?
An
Easter egg? That would be cool.
That would be cool. But anyways, that's all I've got on this. It was all, like I said, solid improvement. Looking forward, seeing what they do with it next year. And it's going to be an interesting haunt season in 2015 when it comes around. I'm nervous and excited in the same breath.
Yes.
But on that note, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this was Garbage Horror Haunt Review for 2014, The Mortuary Haunted House.
Ta-da!
That's going in!